made no fucking sense after a minute. Dang it. Oh, I'm trying to get better about, so my dude is making me not curse and we're using
Oh, well, fuck that
so
for at least the next, like, at least the next, like, 20 minutes. Fuck that, yeah.
Rule. Like, last night we were at dinner and he was like, hold on. It's so fucking bull. And I was like, okay, so if that's our new rule, then it's going to be like this the whole podcast. It's fine.
What's that about? You curse too much?
I curse like a fucking sailor. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's real bad.
I mean,
But like I don't
fuck
get,
that. Like,
I don't
fuck,
get
say whatever the fuck you want.
I don't get not cursing. I don't understand it. It doesn't make you like
Just
a
a
better
word.
person or anything.
Well, you know, for me personally, it was a goal that I wanted to achieve, like, as far as like just watching my mouth, because not that, and no offense to anyone who does curse, I personally feel like I sound a little bit more illiterate when I do curse, because I feel like there's so many other word choices that I could put in lieu of that
I
statement.
disagree.
I think a good
I don't
fuck
You know what,
like,
though?
really
I have
matters.
to say, though, fuck is one of my favorite words, because there's so many different ways you could say it.
There
You could
is.
be like,
Versatile
fuck,
word.
fuck,
Yeah.
fuck. You know, like there's
It's a verb, it's an
There you go.
action,
It
it's a
means-
noun, it's an
Garbage, 'cause
everything.
I don't want to be smacking like a cow.
It means
I am a lady, I swear.
You
You
Pop
just,
here.
just put it right there.
You know what? Put it on the wall. Put it on the wall.
Yeah.
That'll be your
Amazing.
contribution. Jessa Rhodes brought through her chewed up gum. I'm telling you what, we're gonna sell that on eBay. I'm probably gonna get like thousands of dollars.
Please
for that
don't. My DNA's on that.
Yeah,
People get weird.
Shit. I promise I'll hang on to your DNA. Don't worry about it.
No, but we're actually like, I've done that as I've kind of lived life. Where like when I was younger, I didn't swear in front of my parents, and they were in town this weekend, and I was like, just let it
The
completely
fuck's up,
fly.
Ma? I still don't curse from my parents. I'm a pussy.
See, in fact, you know what's happened is they've come towards me. Right now, they curse too. Where it was like they never swore or anything like that. Now it's like, yeah, it is fucking
Well, because
crazy.
as a kid, of course, they want to set a better example for you.
Right.
There's very few things I won't do in front of my parents these days, apparently, and hallucinogens are one of them.
Hallucinogens,
Yeah,
huh?
I shroomed with my parents the other day. Well, no, it was a couple
Wow.
weeks ago.
How'd that go?
It was amazing. They didn't
Yeah?
do it with me, but
Okay.
I've been using it as a way to like deal with trauma and addiction and things like that. And so they hung out with me while I tripped for like 8 hours. So
That must
was
be.
fun.
An 8-hour trip with your
it
parents
was
just hanging.
it was pretty cool.
I would
Yeah.
be so scared to do that. Cause I'd be like, what do I do when I've never really tripped.
I
I've never
basically,
done a
well,
hallucinogen.
in Oregon, we're like dirty hippies. So I basically rolled around in the grass and gardened with my mom and, talked to the plants while she was like, at one point it was funny because like, I had like I told her, I was like, if I laugh, if I cry, if I throw up, just whatever, it's going to happen. Like, just that's what's
Just
supposed to
roll with
happen. And at one point, like, because I was dealing with some emotional stuff, I'm like talking and, I'm like, God, like, please just like, you know what I'm dealing with? Like, just take it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sobbing, like snot coming out my nose. And she's sitting behind me. And like, at one point she goes, hey, honey, who are you talking to? And I turn around and I'm like, bitch, I'm talking to God. And we just started laughing. I've never called my mom bitch before, but it was so funny. She was just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it was an interesting time.
That's one to check off the list.
We like my brother, my mom, and my dad. We instantly got closer. It was really cool. It was
like
fun.
congrats on cursing in front of your parents.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're doing
fucking
hallucinogens
one up
over
me
here.
quite a bit.
Oh God, knew that was gonna happen.
So you were in town this weekend out on Long Island, right?
I was
Dancing.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah, but so we used to Asa Akira used to be a co-host on our show, and
That's
she
right,
was
yeah.
like,
I love Asa.
yeah, like dancing. She's like, I'd put on like Biggie, like dance around for a little bit, like show my asshole and get off stage. It's like, okay, I mean, whatever works, I guess. Yeah. Is that something like? Is that just like, pay the bills? You want to do it, or you like?
No,
doing
it's really fun.
Yeah.
I started stripping when I was like 16 actually, and it's just something that I've always liked doing. I love 80s rock, so play some Motley Crue, some
What's
Def
your go-to
Leppard.
song?
Ooh, pour some sugar on me, some sweet cherry pie.
Yeah.
The hits.
The hits.
The classics.
If I was a stripper, I'd probably go with those two. That would
Pretty
work.
much.
That would work.
But
What was
yeah.
the vibe like there? What was the crowd?
Oh, it was amazing. Gossip's always a really cool. I like it because it's very diverse. Like you've got your older couples, you've got swingers, you've got bikers, you've got the white collar crowd, the 21-year-olds.
Can you tell like all that when you're looking at someone? Like, are you like, like that's a swinger couple, or like that's just.
I'm really good at reading a room. Like
You'll
full
tip well, you
disclosure.
won't tip well, yeah.
Full disclosure. Like I used to be. Let's call it what it is. I used to be a hooker. So I'm very.
I like your style.
I'm very honest. I'm very honest. I'm in
Okay.
a much different place in life now, so we can look back on things and laugh. Haha.
Okay.
But part of that job actually really helped me start learning people, signals, body language, things like that. Because, you get to know someone within an hour or the second they walk in the room, and you have to figure out, does this person want me to be smart? Do they want me to be funny? Do they want me to shut the fuck up? Do they want me to... So, yeah, you kind of learn who your audience is very quickly.
That's fucking. I would imagine that's a very important skill. Like, do they want to kill me?
Most important skill.
I wasn't even thinking. You're like, do they want me to be smart? Do they want me to be funny? I'm like, do they want to murder me?
Should I fear for my life right now? Do I have to call for help?
Got a little bit of crazy in their eye. What do I do? No, it's me. They should.
When was that?
I'm just kidding. No, that was the.
I don't think you are. And I respect that.
I'm gonna laugh like it's a joke, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
You know, what are you gonna do? No, that was years ago. It was like probably 4 or 5 years ago. You know, you get in the industry, you try things out, you figure out if it's for you or not, and you kind of.
Is that's like. I almost like more escort rather than like a hooker. Right? You were like a hotel bar.
I laugh about it. It's like when girls are like, "I'm a dancer." I'm like, "Honey, you're a stripper." Like, let's be real.
You can sugarcoat it all.
No, it was very high end.
Yeah, right.
Stuff, you know,
it's not you weren't hanging out at
the
Holiday Inn trying to get some guy in town on an insurance trip.
No, my
just like I've heard some. I don't know.
My clients were the type that paid me to not say anything. That's
Yeah,
so it
you
wasn't
pay for
like
discretion, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
it was cool.
I
was gonna say so.
Right, we're not there anymore. No, but it was a cool time in my life. I'm happy that chapter is closed and I've moved on. And
what percentage of the adult industry would you say does that?
A high
common?
percentage. Yeah, it's pretty common. I mean,
why not, right?
Yeah, I mean,
try it out.
You're getting paid for sex or you're getting paid for sex. It doesn't really matter. It's like that Family Guy episode where like he comes in with the video camera and suddenly it's okay.
Oh yeah.
And anyone who's like, oh well, there's no paperwork. Well, fuck you. Like, as long as you're being safe about it, that's all that matters. But
so yet at the same time, you were like, you don't want to do that anymore.
After a while, it just like you tick things off your box and you get used to just figuring out what works for you and what doesn't.
I think I'd be an escort if I could.
Yeah. I think I'd give it a crack. How much? Let's say how much did you make on like a Friday night?
That would depend.
I'm gonna say yes really fast. Like, yeah, I'd do it.
on a good, like, if you walked out being like, all right, that was worth it. That was a good night. What? How much are we talking?
10 grand for a couple hours.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Heartbeat.
I mean, so fucking fast.
Well, like,
and I would work around the clock.
Right?
I'd be like, let's get an 18-hour shift in.
Yeah, seriously.
That is, and I know you're not gonna give me names. So are we talking like just rich people, or are we talking like famous people that other people would know?
Yeah.
How
I fuck famous people for money. I'll do that. I'll fucking do it.
Well, when I think about it, there's girls fucking them for free.
Right.
So
right. Like,
don't hate the player, hate the game.
How awesome is that to think that like I'm so hot and so good at this that people are gonna pay me this much money?
That's got to be a huge ego boost.
No, it's. I don't know. For me, honestly, it got a little weird because, and truth be told, the reason I quit was because of the emotional, like, I never lied to them. I was very upfront, very honest. Like, you have me for this amount of time. Like, I was never rude, but like, there would come a point where their emotions would kind of get involved because you're cool, you hang out, you get to know each other and all this stuff. But I never wanted to be that person that led anybody on, that mess with anyone's
tough.
emotions.
I would imagine that's
but
tough.
that was the hard part for me, was like taking on their emotions and then having them get attached and then having them think that like we're potentially going to be dating or something like that. So that was kind of for me like where I had to cut it off and be like.
Did you ever? Was it always like business, or did you ever start to feel for anybody?
No.
Was there any pretty woman moments?
No, unfortunately, my
apparently-
life is not an
real.
80s movie. I wish it was. I wish there was a boy outside on my lawn with speakers. Please, dear God. No, I'm just kidding. But
yeah, you better be careful.
right.
I think you do wish that.
On to other topics of conversation.
Yes.
That's in the past.
Yeah.
I'm about to no longer be a Cowboys fan.
Whoa.
I'm so serious, you motherfuckers. I'm so disappointed in yesterday's game. My TV was verbally defecated on.
I did not see that coming. I'm a Jets
Kevin's
fan.
a Jets fan.
I almost didn't come today. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have respected that. I would have respected that. I've never had somebody canceled because their team lost. I would actually like that.
You're not even in our division, bro. You're not even in our division.
That was embarrassing.
How did you end up being a Cowboys fan?
13. I was a cheerleader.
That makes sense.
That'll do it.
Yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That was pretty much as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And you know what sucks is like I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, it's halftime. We always come back in the third quarter.
You did make a comeback.
We did, and then we didn't. And I was like, fuck this. I'm getting ready for dinner. I didn't even watch the end of the game. I was so disappointed.
Is that your team?
Yeah.
You like other sports or just football?
No, I like UFC, things like that. But more, have you ever watched Australian football?
What?
Ooh.
Jessa Rhodes, are you dropping Australian
I was gonna
football
say.
on us right now?
I mean, I'm in over my depth. I don't know.
It is the most
I don't even know what
intense
it
sport
is.
I have ever watched.
Is it like rugby? What
dude,
is
it's like
Australian
rugby, soccer, and football mixed. Like, there are no rules. These guys are like colliding in the sky.
How did you get into Australian football?
I have a lot of Australian friends.
Why?
Because they're awesome.
Yeah.
I would like. I know.
I wish I
I
had
agree
Australian
with that wholeheartedly. But like, where do you find a bunch of Australian people?
Australia.
The bar.
Put you in a fucking pretzel on that one,
I
bud.
mean,
you
yeah,
dumbass.
I mean, the
Where do
legal-
you think, you
the
fucking
legal-
idiot? Where do you find Australians? Australia.
It just like I couldn't even fathom like vacation and stuff like that. I was like, well, you live in Vegas, so.
Well, actually, most of my Australian friends are with Thunder Down Under. So
With
actually,
what?
Thunder from Down Under, the Australian stripper group.
Oh, I don't
know
know
that.
that.
I
And
know
they're
that,
they're all
yep.
cool, but
Yep.
you know, the legal drinking age in Australia is like 9 years old. So
Yeah. I didn't even think there was
a
one.
bar would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
But no, they're pretty cool. But yeah, Australian football is definitely something to check out if you like high impact sports.
Here comes Arya. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, Aria.
Arya tends to come around when we have pretty girl guests. Australia, #1 accent, you think? If you had to have an accent, 2 questions. If you had to have an accent, and what accent do you like on a guy?
You look Australian. You should just start talking in
you-
Australian
really?
accent. Yeah.
You could pull that off.
I could possibly. We'll see.
Good day.
No, don't
Give me,
say,
give me your best.
don't-
Give me your
don't-
best.
Give me- give us
Come on, you got
Australian.
friends.
Oh,
Give me your
good
best
day.
Australian accent.
Don't
Good day,
say
Jessa.
put another shrimp on the Barbie because they don't
They
say
hate that.
They don't.
No, the best way to describe it is when people start to try to talk Australian, but then they go British.
Yeah.
What you have to remember is Australians tend to go up at the end of every sentence because they're all too insecure to make a statement.
There you go.
It just goes like, yeah.
That's
And
it.
they
They
say,
sing. They sing their
they
words,
sing,
yeah.
and they say heaps a lot. Like a lot.
You're really, really good at this. This is amazing.
Yo, you should just like make this your thing. Be
I
like,
saw-
I'm
you know,
Australian now.
when I used to drink, I'm actually 2 months sober. Woohoo.
Congrats.
The world is better off because of it. When I used to drink, you know how like there's always like bar in casinos. My friends and I would go from one to another, and I would do a different accent at each one and convince people I was from different places. And then randomly in the conversation, I would start talking like myself again, and they'd like super confused.
There's that chick on The Bachelor. She she rolled up and pretended to be Australian, like got all the attention she wanted, and then was like, I'm
The whole time?
No, I mean, I think she only made it like the first episode or whatever. But like she went viral and everything, and she was like, "Yeah, I just did it for fun." And of course, people were like, "She's lying. This is for
That's
love."
awesome.
It's like, shut the
I like
fuck
to do
up.
things for a laugh though, like shock value. It's
I
good.
can
It's
imagine.
good.
I'd imagine that's
This one time,
it comes in handy.
my girlfriend and I were shopping for it was a Valentine's Day shoot I was doing or whatever, and we're at Target.
Mm-hmm.
We're fancy, you know. And my shopping cart is full of candles, white candles, all different sizes, shapes, whatever. And she's dressed in black because she's like goth and that's what she does. I just happen to be dressed in black because that was just the mood I was in. And these 2 elderly ladies are walking past us and they're looking at the shopping cart like all confused. So I was like, oh, ding ding moment. So I was like, oh, hey, Heather, don't forget, like, we have to get the salt for the pentagram. We need to make sure we get a perfectly sharpened knife. Did you contact that virgin about our date tonight? And also, remember, the Dark Lord's going to be very disappointed if we forget that, blah, blah, blah. And the lady just looked at us like, what the fuck is happening right now? It was incredible. Yeah. Shock value is always important.
I would imagine that like you can do stuff like that pretty often. Shock value things.
Try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
If
I mean,
there's
you're around naked people a lot.
Your line of work, there's
shock
there's
value
a
is
lot of
easy
opportunity
It tends
to
happen.
pull up
If
the
someone,
shock
because like
value.
I don't embarrass easily, so if I sense the insecurity on someone, I will totally take advantage
You
of
can
that
smell the
moment.
fear.
Yeah, I smell the fear. My favorite is causing a fight in like the dairy aisle of like a Smith's.
What?
Yeah, like there'll be like a family there, and I'll go for the ice cream, and my boyfriend's like, "Do you really need that?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, you know what? Because I started eating my problems. I wouldn't have done that had you not fucked my sister." Yeah, yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves it. I'm sure he fucking loves it.
Hates it. But
How long you been with him?
not that long.
How does that work?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. We don't talk relationships on this stuff. Shh. I don't have a boyfriend. What are you talking about?
Never. That's all we do here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you, Kevin. Let's talk about you.
Oh, shall we? The Jets won. Hey, the Jets are
I knew
good.
that was gonna happen.
So what's next? What's cooking right now?
Oh, aside from my insides from drinking way too much coffee this morning, Jesus Christ, I had like a triple shot of espresso, and I'm feeling it right now. No,
coffee.
I was dead to the world this morning though. Like I've been battling a little head cold the last 2 days because I haven't been sleeping for shit like the last 2 weeks. It's go, which is good. It's productive, but Yeah. So I definitely was like,
Why do you drink
I was
coffee?
practically slamming that.
Don't do coffee.
It's so good.
No, it's not.
If you're gonna be sober, you might as well give up the coffee too. Just clean living.
Hey.
How are you gonna live in Vegas sober? Is that gonna be a fucking nightmare?
No, not really. I feel like it's like that statement: the closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm.
I don't know if I've heard that, but I like it.
I'm about to get a tattoo.
I don't know if it makes sense.
It does.
No, I get it,
does.
but it's also
No.
like I
I
also
don't
have a
think it
phrase.
makes any sense.
I have another phrase. It's fucking annoying to be sober around drunk people.
It is. But
And everyone's
I
drunk in
live
Vegas,
12 miles
so-
off the strip, so it's
Oh, okay.
it's
So you're not
fairly
like in the
easy
heat of
to-
it. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
That's actually probably pretty peaceful, right?
Yeah.
If
Well, and
not
especially
on
like
the
when you're
strip,
in the lifestyle, like I'm in clubs every single weekend, so it's you see how dumb drunk people are, and you don't want to be that.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't allowed into a strip club this Saturday.
Oh,
okay, let's dive into that. What did you do?
I heard you were on one.
I was just so drunk. I didn't get in. It was just like there's like, no, dude, you can't come in here. I wasn't like inside causing a scene. It was just
What,
I was.
time of
I
night?
didn't. What time of night? I don't know, probably 4
What were
a.m.,
you drinking?
3:30 in the
What's
morning.
your drink of
Just
choice?
straight whiskey. And then so I went back.
Probably
to
by
the
that
bar.
point you were drinking. I mean, all of it.
Yeah.
You started. Didn't you start at like 11 a.m.? Weren't you out like all day and night?
Jesus, are you half Australian?
Was
God.
I was. What did I? No, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday I was out. Yeah, I probably said I started about 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Went to.
So we're
4.
talking like a 14-hour.
Yeah, it was like a full day of just drinking.
Tell me you
So-
drink water like in between.
No, I can drink a lot. It's pretty good.
He can put them away.
I'm a good drinker.
Yeah.
What's your you look like you're Scottish or Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's in the blood.
It's Irish mostly.
Irish, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, that's your superpower. What did you did you even put up a fight or we were like, yep,
No,
understood.
no. I'm a great drunk because I'm like I never cause a scene. I don't get in fights or anything like that. And it's just like someone's like, hey, you're being an asshole. I'm like, you're right. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go home now. It just takes one person to highlight like
No, that's
I would've
that's really
loved-
good though. Most people are not like that.
yeah.
I would have loved to see that bouncer just be like,
He's like just
Okay, what strip club though was it?
it was
like,
Rick's on
Rick's
33rd.
Cabaret?
Yeah, 33rd and Broadway.
fine
Didn't that used to be
establishment.
something else?
I don't know. I feel like I just started noticing it recently, which is probably why I was like,
I mean, Rick's has been around for a
Yeah.
while. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's like a new one or whatever, but that's very fun.
Because I know they just bought out a place in I want to say it was Blush in Pittsburgh. I think is now Rick's too, which don't ever go there.
oh,
Yikes.
Yeah, they suck.
That's tough. How annoying are drunk people in strip clubs? Like drunk guys in strip clubs.
Actually, it helps me release some of my rage.
What?
Yeah.
I was
You
about
beat
to
him
say,
up?
I would not like to
Oh
be
yeah, I
on the
slapped
receiving
3
end.
people this weekend.
What?
Like hard. Oh yeah.
Really?
I love it. I love it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but-
just
yeah, you
give
don't-
me a reason. No, I'm just
Honestly,
kidding.
though, the problem is like
No,
they
'cause-
they probably did too. They were probably like, yes.
I'm not gonna lie. When I
Tip-
was in when I was in Tampa recently at the Dollhouse.
Ah, forget Tampa.
Yeah, right?
Tampa's
Oh
a
god.
show.
Florida is like the taint of America. You go there, you party, you have a good time, and then you get the fuck out. You know, you spit on it a little, rub it the right
I was just
way.
gonna say I just spilled all over myself.
Yes.
Gonna say, is that what you do with taints? And then
Yes.
you went further into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
A little rub it
Yeah.
the right way.
No, my friend and I like to call it the slap heard around the world because basically this kid, I'll give someone fair warning, but I'm like bent over in front of this kid, like they're like 21-year-olds, you know. And he's like, Jessa, can I smack your ass? And I turned around and I was like, if you smack me, I'll smack you, you know, type thing. And he like evidently didn't hear me because then he went with the dollar bill, like, but like aggressively. And so I turned around and it was right when the beat dropped. And I went, boom! Smacked him so hard across the face. Like when he came to get a photo, half his face was completely red.
Wait. He still came back for a photo with you?
What happened was, but
That is fucking insanity.
he gets smacked, and then instantly the whole room goes, and he just starts smiling, and he's like, "Oh my god, that was so! I'm so sorry." He was like, "I'm so sorry, but that was so worth it." And I was like, "All right, dickhead, like just don't do it again, like whatever." But like normally people are pretty.
You're just like,
Dude,
your
it
face
was
is all
it
fucked
was
up.
pretty bad because I think well that was before I quit drinking, so I had had a few tequilas.
That'll do it.
No, normally
that was number
normally
one of
people
the
are pretty
night?
chill. They're pretty chill.
What about the other two?
What? No,
said you smacked
that
3
was
people,
a while
right?
ago. Oh no, that was this weekend. This weekend there was a couple, but they were I mean, they're harmless. It's just a matter of like you have to put the first one in check who does it because then if you
Set the
don't,
tone.
yeah, because if you don't, everyone else does it, and you're just like.
That makes sense.
I'll tell you what, if I saw a
you put $2 in my G-string, you think that's okay? No, like give me a hundo. Let's talk about it later. Like,
I'm like, I don't negotiate here.
hey.
If I saw a stripper smack someone in the face, I'd be like, I'm going to the back.
Oh, I would.
I watch from a distance.
I'm a distance guy anyway. I'm not good at being in strip
you're my
clubs.
favorite.
I'm like, why?
Super uncomfortable in strip clubs.
I'm not like uncomfortable, but it's just like, uncomfortable. Sure, not like.
I've never been in there with you. I just say that knowingly.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I get nervous, so I usually just sit in the back anyway. I don't.
How do you? Okay, so like from a guy's perspective, like how do you feel about your friends spending money at strip clubs?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah. Because like as a girl, even as the consumer of said cash, I get really frustrated if I find out I'll go to a strip club and spend money on girls because I feel like what goes around comes around. But if my guy friends go and pay for dances, I'm like,
why?
because you're paying for blue balls. That's not a rational thing to do.
I know that, like that. Yes, that's kind of the take. But also, I mean, you're paying to have a pretty girl like naked in front of you. If you like that, you like that. It's their money.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I got nothing. I got nothing.
I think it depends on who you are, because there are certain guys who probably aren't going to get that unless they pay for it.
That's true.
It is wildly stupid, but
Yeah.
Do you find most people in strip clubs are of the need to pay variety or just like regular
having a
having
good time. Like,
I feel like it's a good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. The need to pay, I try to stay away from.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty
They
smart.
usually have bad hygiene and like to, no. And then you have those.
you gotta find that
assholes.
nice balance of like, you're pretty desperate but clean. You've showered, but you don't get any pussy.
If the
So
only thing I can smell on you is desperation, we're good. It's good.
So John once had a stripper fall in love with him, and
she gave me her number.
Did she tell you she was in love with you?
No.
Did she also tell you that she liked pigeons because you liked pigeons? have you seen that stand up?
No.
Strippers will agree with anything you say. Just
No,
put it out there.
it
guys.
was-
No, this was
Oh
the
my
real-
God,
this was
you
the
like
real
apples?
deal. It was-
Fuck yeah.
She
she
didn't
was
like
coming
fall in
up to
love
him.
It was so she came out to me, and we're at a strip club, and it was obviously we were at Sapphire, and she
Sapphire
came up,
here?
Yeah, and she came up to me and she was like, "Where do I know you from?" I was like, "I don't know, whatever." And then like
Aw, you're being modest.
there were
Stop it.
guys across the bar were like, Heidelberg, and they were sending over shots, and then she came running over after, and was like, I knew you from somewhere. Like, you're the guy on Facebook, and it was like one of the least things I do here, where it's just like quick little commentaries. But I guess she liked those videos, and she came up to me at the end of the night.
She
and
was smitten.
like, and was like, "I'm so sorry I didn't get to hang out with you tonight, but here's my number. Can you call tomorrow or whatever?"
Aw.
And I never called her, but
So that was the end of that story.
Such an asshole.
it was. I got
We should
I got
call
nervous
her right now. Do you have her number? We should call her right now. How long ago is this?
2 years.
Yeah, it's a long
3
time.
years.
Let's call. Let's call.
It's like 12:30.
Let's do it.
Please pick up. Please pick up.
Oh my god.
She's got you stored, no
I'm
doubt.
not talking to her. You're talking to her.
Yeah, you have to go.
I don't,
I'll-
Okay, but
I'll
I
set it
can't
up
talk to her
against
as Rhodes. I gotta. I'll talk to her as Janice. It's fine. Janice is my alter ego. No, wait, we can't prank call her. You have to actually call her.
I'm not actually doing that.
Oh, you're terrible. That's just mean. If it's coming from me, that's just mean.
I'm not. I don't want to. I have a girlfriend now. I'm not
okay,
trying to
well.
go out with Jacqueline.
That would have been.
But you remember her name.
I have it in my
She
phone.
ordered there.
I have a Jacqueline Sapphire.
Okay, so let's play
That's
this.
not her stage name though.
Let's
That's
play
her real
this
name.
game right now. What's the worst name you've put somebody in your phone as?
Oh.
Because like I do the same thing. Like if there's so many Toms, right? Or there's so many whatever. So I always put like a little memo next to it. Dig through your phone.
I don't think I do that. I usually go like first and last name most of the time.
You're so professional.
I'll do like. Even like I will put in a last name, which is like a drug dealer too. Like I've
Oh my god.
like you just fake last names. I don't really think I have
Incredible.
anything
Incredible.
crazy.
Nothing too bad.
I wouldn't even know how to do it. Like I wouldn't even know what to
You
look
can't, like,
for.
think
I
of it,
search
yeah.
to white
Right.
people from my memory bank and I just put do not answer. And that solves that problem.
I have John Cameras. I don't know. That's probably a guy who works here.
John Cameras. Hey, Johnny
watching.
Cameras.
So cute,
That's
so
got to be
sweet.
John Kelly, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, probably.
You could just put John Kelly, put
I
John
have-
Cameras
I
instead.
have Laney Cool Jacket.
Wow. That's a new one.
And knowing you were probably like, I love that girl. She had a cool jacket.
She had a cool jacket.
Yeah, like, I want
Yeah.
to marry her. She had a great jacket on.
Oh my gosh.
Very funny.
Incredible.
Very funny.
Incredible.
So back to Vegas after this trip.
Yes. Back to Vegas tonight. I'm actually going to be on Andrew Schultz's podcast.
Oh, you're going on Schultz's
Schultz.
podcast.
Yeah. You
Sounds
know, I
awesome.
figured I'd make my rounds. Yeah, no, it was a really good weekend. Now I'm back home to veg for like a day and a half, and then I go to Tampa. So
Wait, that's crazy.
yeah,
Why don't you
That
just
doesn't
go
make
to
any
Tampa?
sense.
because I have dogs and a snake that needs to be fed.
A snake?
You're a snake
I would
girl?
have never done this interview if I knew you had a
no,
snake.
Jessa.
I would have said no from the fucking jump. What? Why?
Okay, so is
Get
that-
away. Get out.
Girls,
Get out.
I should have known you're a snake.
Get
girl.
out.
Okay, is now a bad
out!
time to tell you I used to have a tarantula named Sebastian?
Out. What was it named?
Sebastian.
Sebastian the tarantula.
No,
Get out.
No, I have a husky and a Pomeranian at home that need.
Doesn't matter. Your snake's going to eat them one day.
No, no.
I can't wait.
She did get out though recently.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
Is it
I
like
was-
10 feet tall?
No,
10
she's
feet
a
long?
baby. She's a boa. She's
She's
like,
going to grow to...
Yeah, 10 feet. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's
I
dope.
mean, I
though.
hate to
Like,
say this.
I take her when I used to go to bars. I'd take her and like just put her on my neck, and people would come up and be like, "That's a cool necklace." Oh shit! Like, her tongue starts going. Like,
That's absurd. That's absurd.
they're sweet. They're really sweet.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
They're
okay,
they're
when you
killers.
Think about no, they're not. They only when you think about animals, we're the only mammal that kills for pleasure or selfish need. All animals only kill to feed themselves.
So, for instance, like they only kill when they have to. Like I don't know, maybe if someone is trapping them in a house and making them live in a fucking cage when they're supposed to be in the goddamn South American jungles or some shit.
No, she's good. She only eats like once.
I
a
hope
week.
that
I'm
you
not
don't
like
get
I'm not
eaten.
even scared of snakes or anything like that. I'm just scared of snake girls. Anyone?
Why?
You guys are terrifying, and like, of course you are. Now that I see you, I get it. Like, of course,
Makes perfect sense.
Of course you have a
Should
snake.
have been like Jessa Rhodes is here. She owns a snake. I mean, if anything horrible ever happens, though,
Just wait till you meet my other 6 personalities.
Yeah, guess what? I got 9 more, so we'll see. We'll go to fucking war.
Yeah. this
Your
right
6
here.
versus my 9.
Kevin's like, I'm
I'm gonna
out.
take my one personality and be over here, and you guys can have a day.
He's Switzerland. He's just like, no, we're good.
If anything bad ever does happen though with the snake, God forbid. But would you be like, well, I guess that's what happens when you own a 10-foot fucking boa constrictor? Like sometimes they might
What would
chew
she
you up
eats
and
my 5
crush
pounds
you.
of fury, my Pomeranian?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that could very well happen.
I would bet money on Hendrix.
The dog?
Yeah.
I would not.
I'll tell you what.
She's a feisty little one, man. She's got the heart of a lion.
It's got the mouth of a snake.
Yeah, that's true. It does do a thing. Watching her eat is really cool though.
Terrifying.
Watching her, the snake eat?
I love
like,
it.
unhinges the jaw and stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you
I can
feed
see
it?
that being cool.
Live mice.
You go get the mice? That's so weird. Come
so-
on, that's so weird.
I'm
Don't act like that's not
sorry,
weird.
but it's-
You can like it, but don't act like I'm weird for thinking it's weird, okay? That's fucking weird. So you
Sorry.
wake up in the morning, you just like dangle a fucking mouse by a fucking tail and feed it.
Every morning starts with, I'm going to torture this tiny animal now.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? You know what's funny is they don't even see it coming. They'll walk right up to her face, sniff it, turn around, start washing itself. I mean, the worst part is her strangling it, but
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say
no,
the
it's just,
slow,
like, it
torturous
happens
death.
so
Yeah,
fast,
yeah.
like they don't see it coming, so I can't feel bad. It's the food chain, man. I personally don't eat meat.
You're gonna be on the food chain.
No.
When that snake eats you, you know what I'm gonna say?
Uh-uh.
That's the food chain, man. That's the fucking. Food
I
chain.
wake up one night and my arms just
Yeah.
no.
Nervous.
I'm nervous too.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
go to
sweating
ATI.
because
Yeah,
I drank
we're-
so much coffee today.
Let's
I'm
go.
like
We're gonna go
visibly
answer weird
shaking.
questions.
I need to go on a treadmill like now.
Let's go.